it's just like a serial number. That was boring. Any other?
He's just looking stuff up. Welcome back, everybody, to the Revival Motoring YouTube channel. I am Josh Garcia, and today I'm here with my friend and co-host, Mr.
Can you tell how excited I am?
Corey.si.
Can you tell how excited I am?
This happened, the name was before the car. We all know that.
The name is my birth name.
And this just happens to be his latest project, pickup, score, whatever you might want to call it. Score.
Yeah.
So there are probably a lot of questions. I know some of our friends even ask, how the hell does Corey.si end up with a Civic? A man who enjoys his Volkswagens and certainly chases the Fox Body Mustang. How does this come about, buddy?
So 18-year-old Corey has two options: Volkswagen GTI, Honda Civic. I go on the internet and I'm like, these Civic people are a little harsh. I'm not really into that. Volkswagen, VW Vortex. I was like, wow, this is a cool community. I can get into this. So I went out and I bought neither. Bought a Mark III Jetta. And unfortunately, a Honda Civic hatch has escaped me for, 16 years now at this point. And when the opportunity came up to buy what would be my ideal Honda Civic hatch, EG 1992 with a B16 swap, had to do it. Had to do it.
You've been chasing this car for about a year.
Yeah, so this is a friend's car that he purchased it. He's had it, I believe, about 2 or 3 years-ish. Never really got around to using it too much. And from the moment I saw him buy it, I started. And I told him, hey, listen, if you ever want to part ways with it, let your boy know. And about a year ago, we started bantering back and forth. What's it going to take? What's it going to take? And finally, after a lot of painstaking begging, let's just call it begging. That's what it was. He sold the car to me, and I couldn't be more happy about it.
So you've had it for about a week-ish?
This might be like a week total. Yeah. It's gotten a bath. That's about it. So.
What are your plans for the car?
So plans for the car, as it sits, aren't going to change too much. We're going to get rid of the taped-on lip here, replace it with an OEM SI lip. Exterior-wise, I'm quite happy with it. To be honest, the carbon was kind of questionable to me at first, but it's grown on me quite a bit. We got some carbon, we'll call it carbon. I don't think it's real carbon, but we'll call it carbon mirror look there. We got wing back here. The stance is just right. The wheels are growing on me, but I don't think they're going to stay, but the fitment will remain. So as you see here, if the wheels happen to be white, that's just a little throwback to color matching everything, which I'm a big fan of.
That whole monochromatic look.
My Mark III was monochromatic, so it was white on white. What do we think?
Yeah, I think that would work. I honestly, I want to see white TEs on it, but a white wheel on this in general would be awesome.
I would love to see white TEs on it as well. It might take a little while to afford those.
That market's going.
Yeah, it might take a little while to afford those. So exterior-wise, I'm quite happy with it. Maybe if I get the urge, maybe paint the mirrors white. I like the mirror style, but maybe painting them white. Exterior-wise, I know the rub strips are quite divisive. It's a topic of conversation. Remove, install, remove, install, remove, install. I would like to purchase a set just to have and maybe play around with putting them on. Depends. Some days I look at it and I really like it without it. Some days I look at other photos online. I'm like, well, they got rub strips and it looks great. So other stuff is just to clean it up. Let's take a look at the engine bay here.
I was going to say, yeah, I know you're going to be, at some point, diving in.
Yeah, so, I mean, the engine bay, it's a B16A swap. The engine bay overall is just dirty, really. The wiring is what's the questionable part. Let's take a look over here, Josh. Let's take a look at someone's handiwork. Just want to go on record, let them know that's not mine. There's something to do with me and cars that need engine harnesses, but this one does run and drive. It's just a little concerning with the quality of work they put in there.
Dare I say the quality of grounding?
Yeah, yeah, we got the stereo cable in there, which,
Yeah.
you know, that's always good. And then apparently this is like a thing. So we've purchased what we need to do to get rid of that, because that's questionable to me.
And what is that thing? They cut it to...
So they cut that for when the car is really low, this upper control arm would hit this piece here. Now, they cut it at some point, but now people are smart enough and they know that's not a great idea. So they make these caps that are about an inch taller. You weld them back in, and it seals everything up nice, which is kind of more what I'm into, rather than this extreme, not good look.
At least it does look like they attempted to seam seal it, or at least put some paint there.
The most undercoating you could ever imagine is in there. So, yeah, clean up the engine bay. It's got ice cold AC. I know everyone says that, but it actually does. It sounds good. It runs good. It drives good.
The motor sounds good.
The motor sounds good. Within 30 seconds of me driving it for the first time, I was full VTEC king everywhere I went. The exhaust, on the other hand, we can do better.
Yeah.
We can do better. We can do better.
I mean, you were pulling up here, and I heard you literally about 3 blocks away. Actually, no, probably 6 blocks away.
Yeah, it's about 6 blocks away, and that was me having a little fun. You can tame it down a little bit, but I knew I was coming here, so you really kind of got to pipe it up for the boys.
Wake up the neighbors.
Yeah.
Can you show us the hatch? Because that's one of my things with this car is how unbelievably clean the hatch.
Let's take a look at. They don't make door handles like this anymore. Let's take a minute here, right? Like the design, the functionality of it,
the simplicity.
Yeah. So let's pop the hatch here. It's one of my favorite things about the car, and everyone's gonna think it's silly, but your glass opens up. Let's take a look at how dirty those jams are. Look how clean it is in there.
It's absurdly clean.
Look how clean it is in there.
And untouched, basically.
Yeah.
Other than normal wear and tear from using it and moving a
Yeah, these are
spare
love
in and
marks.
out.
These are love
Right,
marks.
yeah.
Like someone spent a long time. Mind you, this car is 30 years old. It's got 190,000 miles on it. Someone spent a lot of time putting stuff in the back of this car and using it as a normal car.
Okay, a little picnic back there.
Who would have ever thought this would have been a desirable car at some point?
Right, right. Because realistically, they were designed as economy ship boxes.
It's throwaway.
That's it.
It's throwaway.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is like, it's one of my favorite parts of this thing. Also, this tailgate here is so heavy and sturdy. I can only imagine just like loading stuff in. You can see all the scuff marks here. Like someone spent a lot of time using this car.
Yeah.
So this isn't anything I want to get rid of. Like this is, I'm just stoked to like go to a show, throw a bunch of stuff in the back of here, close it up, and we're out.
It's
like,
usable,
that's it.
right?
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about it.
Super functional, usable. As you can see, the whole interior is blue. Whole interior. Seats, carpet, plastic trim, everything is blue. So it is a CX model. Apparently that was a blue thing for the CX model. Had the blue interior. You know, I don't really know, and that's what's so exciting.
So I was gonna say that's one thing is like obviously you love the platform, but this gives you an opportunity to research a whole new world.
Well, this is like I just got my license and I'm learning to drive again, right? So in the world of Volkswagen, I have so many friends, so many connections. I've done so much with it that it just kind of comes easy. It's like, oh yeah, if you got this, you need this to go here, and it's like Legos, right? And this is like Legos as well, but I don't know how to build these Legos yet. So I'm excited to get involved, get hands-on, and start researching and finding and looking for stuff. Like I was just explaining to you before we started recording, there's a little like finger hook that goes here to like lift the glass. So I hunted that down, grabbed that. I got me a nice license plate frame that says Honda on it.
Spoon?
No spoon, no spoon. If I could find one, I definitely would buy one. I have spoon parts first before you can put something like that on the car. We'll take a look at the inside. This is, you know, as I took it. So as she looks here, dirty, used, a little tired, but this is where we would spend most of my time. We're cleaning up the inside. We got 2 cup holders now. We've got a functioning radio, although I don't like the head unit, but it is a functioning radio. You got the TAC, revs to 9. It does.
Goes all the way.
Goes all the way. But like all this blue suede right there, it's like I'm super excited. Think of how many times someone's got in and just swiped this bolster. So
Right. Like you said, this is 30 years of use.
yeah, this is like a survivor car. I mean, short of obviously it has an engine swap, right? And the car's been resprayed, but everything else is a survivor car. Like that's 30 years of usage inside of here, which is awesome to me. I'm more of a preserver than restorer kind of guy. I did the restoration thing. It's just not, it's painstaking. Not a lot of joy in it until you get to the end, and I'm a little impatient. So.
Yeah. But this you can enjoy right away.
Yeah, this is...
and put your spin on it.
Shouts to Ransom Pete, because he coined the term a rolling restoration. So shouts to Ransom Pete. He's the one who kind of came up with that when I was talking to him one day. And this is something I can drive, enjoy, and improve on as time goes on, which I'm looking forward to. So, you know, if to get this dry ice blasted, I mean, this would clean up a lot of this. It's like grime. And all it is just grime. I mean, there's no rust. Everything's straight. You know, I can only imagine like clean up like some of these header stuff here with some dry ice blasting, which I mean, we've talked about on the podcast a bunch.
Yeah.
I'm a super fan of. I do think long term, utilizing this giant aftermarket for Honda, being able to just buy a harness that kind of plugs into here, that's orientated for this swap already, would be hugely beneficial for me.
And you found out you already got a pretty good ECU in it as well.
Yeah, so it turns out, shouts to Shook the intern. He is a big Honda nerd. I'm a Honda nerd from afar. I just like to look. I don't really know too much. Well, he's been schooling me left and right. And Wednesday before the podcast, we actually pulled back the carpet, pulled out the ECU, and opened it up. And apparently there's a pretty cool ECU in this thing already, which I didn't know. I don't think the previous owner was really too aware of either. So a new harness right to that ECU should be pretty substantial. If anyone can reach out to me and explain to me why people put the Honda battery down there in the front passenger fender well. Why is that a thing?
Yeah.
You've got a perfectly good battery box here. Why is that a thing?
Because
it's not convenient.
It's rather inconvenient.
Not convenient at all. So that's something else. We're gonna move that back. Again, more of like I like usability, I like clean, I like simple. A battery there in a time of needing to jump it anytime I need to move the car would be nice there. But also like the Honda OEM, like all these plugs, you can buy all these plugs still, which is crazy. You can't find a single Volkswagen plug. You have to find them used from someone else who's hoarding them. All this OEM stuff, like you can buy all these plugs. That's exciting. I like hoarding. I also like seeing that someone put a terrible headlight system in this car and ran one single wire through this super beefy rubber. So it comes out through here, goes under, goes over, goes under, and then back to here. So some questionable stuff in there. Headlights are bright. They're real bright.
It's a perfect platform for you to, obviously because you love it, but to like dive in and change a bunch of little stuff and just make it better.
Yeah, it's super forgiving.
Yeah.
It's super forgiving. Like, it's kind of hard to go wrong with doing some of this stuff. So everything is so swappable. You know, you've got, well, this car is 30 years old. I mean, you've got 20-something years of internet knowledge all online of people who have done anything and everything you can imagine has already been done.
Yeah.
No one's breaking ground. Let's just be
Right,
clear. No one's
right,
breaking ground.
right.
We're just refining is what we're doing now. So all that education is out there. And I mean, on my phone, let's see. Let's see if we can take a look. I was looking up Josh's movie times. I have 38 tabs open currently for all Honda stuff that I've just been going through and reading about and looking. Oh, this is a harness. So,
Yeah,
there's been a lot of late nights looking at the phone.
Aftermarket support for this stuff.
It's
this
endless.
Platform is
It's endless.
It's incredible.
You know, it's endless. It really brings me back to when I had my Mark III, where, I mean, at that point, I bought the Mark III in 2007. It was, you know, 9 years old at that point, but I mean, the Vortex was huge.
Yeah.
Anything that I wanted was on there, and you could just go there and find someone who already did it, how they did it, where they failed, or where they kind of recommended something different, and you can kind of improve on that and go from there. And that's exciting. Not that the Polo wasn't exciting, because the Polo was exciting. It was a bit exhausting.
Yeah, there was a lot. There was a lot.
Yeah, this is exciting. I can get in here, I can drive the car, I can enjoy it.
I was gonna say this, you can jump in and mess with it at the same time.
Yeah, we can really rolling restoration.
Yeah,
rolling restoration. Keep just driving that in there. As far as like some mods that are already done, obviously the engine swap. But I was looking underneath the car, so it looks like there's K-tune coilovers all around. There's ASR rear control arms in the rear, ASR rear sway bar setup back there. I don't know the brand, but there's upper control arms already on the car. It drives great. It really does. You know, and these are 205 50/15 tires. Like that's the whole charcuterie board of meat you've got to drive with. You know?
Meat.
Yeah, which is like that's perfect. That look, that style, that feel, that comfort.
Yep.
Again, like tiny hatch, bigger engine. Polo, tiny hatch, bigger engine. The Polo's got 165 50/15 tires.
Yeah.
These are 205 50/15. Like there's a huge discrepancy in how that drives compared to how this drives.
Yeah.
So, also like confidently, I'd take this out on the track.
Yep.
Polo. Looks great going to a car show.
Questionable.
Looks great going to a car show. So, love it to death, but this is really something I can sink my teeth in a bit more.
Right.
And get more involved in. Also, like, just looking at this here. Who designed this?
Right.
The headrest with the single arm?
Yeah.
Who thought of that?
What was that? A mono headrest?
Who thought of that? It's brilliant. It's incredible. So, yeah.
Well, I'm glad to see how excited you are about this thing.
Oh, I'm super excited.
And I look forward to seeing, you know, little updates throughout the next few years, honestly.
Yeah, so with buying the car, there was one single stipulation. The stipulation was that if I ever needed to get rid of it or wanted to get rid of it, it had to go back to the previous owner. We shook on it. He's a wonderful friend of mine that I've known for a very long time. And that was an understood agreement, but without even a handshake. However, we're never going to have to get into that contract because this one's not leaving me.
Yeah, smitten.
Yeah, I'm certainly smitten. It would take a lot and also the perfect Fox body Mustang in order for me to depart with this. Also, if you got any wheel suggestions, let me know. Because I like the style, I don't like the blue. Also, if you want to buy these, let me know. Because I have a lot of 4x100 wheels that are can go on this.
Yeah, I was going to say, right, the options for 4x100 are pretty...
I have a few in stock.
Yeah.
But I have a few that I'd like to buy.
Yeah.
So let's see what I can do. No tires though. I like the tires.
Yeah.
Tires are staying.
Yeah.
Although tires are so hard to get right now.
Yeah.
Tires are staying.
Let's
Wheels
get
are for
going.
sale. Tires are staying. Yeah. Yeah. If you got any suggestions, reach out. I'd love to make some new friends in the Honda community.
Yeah.
Shout out to Boston George and his crew because I've been bothering him already.
Sweet, man. Well, like I said, I look forward to seeing what you do with it and hopefully seeing it out on the track pretty soon too.
Yeah, I'd like to just get a little more comfortable with it, get it sorted out, and take it out and really push it and see how it feels driving. You know, rather than from here to my house to No, I wouldn't take it to work, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Just here to my house, here to my house.
So
That's it.
that is one thing, and maybe I can clip this in there somewhere.
Yeah.
But the Honda community is great, but it's also has a negative side.
Yeah, there's some anxiety with ownership. I'm always pretty cautious where I go anyway, where I leave things, no matter what. I think there's just a little added, little keep your head on a swivel type thing.
Right, with this, yeah.
Yeah, you know, but I mean, they're meant to be driven, they're meant to be enjoyed. I can't let that stop me from using it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you'll see it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for
Thank you.
showing off your
Thank
new
you.
project.
Yeah,
And,
well,
well, everybody will we'll see some updates coming soon.
yeah, reach out. If you got any suggestions, reach out. I'm all ears. I'd love to learn. If you got anything to tell me, let me know.